The whisper that started it all. The rain had become a soundtrack to my guilt. Every drop that hit my window felt like a knock, soft, insistent, and accusing. Ethan's laughter still echoed in my mind from that night. The way he'd looked at me, like I was the only person who ever saw him. But the world outside was starting to notice. At school, the glances were no longer casual. The whispers were no longer quiet. Something invisible had started to spread. I remember the first time I heard it, my name spoken too softly to confront, yet loud enough to wound. Mrs. Collins. And Ethan? No way! I froze in the corridor. A group of students quickly turned away, pretending to scroll their phones. My throat tightened. My hands trembled around the coffee cup I was holding. They knew. Or maybe they didn't. Maybe it was just a rumor. But rumors are like smoke, even if there's no fire yet. It means something's burning. That afternoon, I sat in my car long after classes ended, watching Ethan from a distance as he left the building. His hood was up, rain falling over his shoulders. He looked back just once. That single look was enough to break me. When he reached my car, he didn't say a word. He just leaned in, his voice low. They're starting to talk, Amelia. The way he said my name, trembling yet proud, it shattered something inside me. I know, I whispered. We need to be careful. He looked at me, eyes full of something between love and fear. Do you regret it? The question burned. I should have said yes. I should have ended it right there. But my heart betrayed me. Never. He smiled faintly, and for a moment I forgot the world existed. That night, I couldn't sleep. Every noise outside felt like a warning, a reminder that secrets have a life of their own, and deep down, I knew ours was starting to breathe. The walls have eyes. By the following week, things changed. People who used to greet me with warm smiles now gave polite nods. Conversations stopped when I entered a room. The world had shifted, subtly, cruelly. Ethan noticed too. He became quieter in class. He'd sit in the back row, his eyes occasionally meeting mine, filled with questions he couldn't ask. Then came the email. No subject, no sender name, just one line. You think no one sees you? My blood ran cold. I deleted it immediately, but it didn't matter. Once fear enters your mind, it doesn't leave. That evening, I drove to the outskirts of town, the old park where Ethan and I used to meet. He was already there, sitting under the same tree, hoodie pulled up against the wind. Someone knows, I said, before even sitting down. He looked at me sharply. What do you mean? I showed him the message. His jaw tightened. Who would do this? I don't know, I whispered. But we need to stop meeting like this. Just for a while. He stared at me for a long time, that mix of heartbreak and helplessness in his eyes. You can't just erase what we are, Amelia. I looked away. I'm trying to protect you. Or protect yourself? He said softly. The words cut deep. The silence between us grew heavier. Somewhere, a storm gathered in the distance, like the sky itself was warning us. Chapter 3. Shadows at the door. A week passed. I tried to live like before, lesson plans, staff meetings, fake smiles, but the silence around me had changed. It wasn't ignorance anymore. It was awareness. People knew, and one afternoon my principal called me in. Amelia, he said carefully, there have been concerns. The world seemed to stop spinning. My palms turned cold. My pulse raced. Concerns? I managed to say, rumors. About you and a student. I don't believe them, but you understand we have to investigate. My throat dried. Who said this? That doesn't matter right now. It did matter. But in that moment, I couldn't defend myself. Because defending means acknowledging there's something to defend. That night, I broke down. Not in quiet tears, but in a way I hadn't before. Ethan came to my door after midnight. He shouldn't have, but he did. When I opened it, I saw the fear in his face. They called me in too, he said. Asked if there was anything between us. My heart sank. What did you say? I said no. Silence. We both knew it was a lie. A necessary one. A painful one. He reached out, took my hand. I won't let them ruin you. His voice trembled. But there was something in it. Determination. love, and the kind of courage that only comes when everything else is already lost. Chapter 4. The breaking point days turned into chaos. The school board suspended me pending review. Parents whispered. Students stared. My reputation, my life, was collapsing piece by piece. Ethan tried to call. I stopped answering. Not because I didn't love him, but because love had become dangerous. Until one night I found a letter under my door. No envelope, just folded paper. You can't hide forever, Amelia. Everyone knows. I stared at it for hours. My hands shook so badly I could barely hold it, and then my phone buzzed. Ethan. I'm outside. Please, just talk to me. I stepped out, rain pouring down again. You shouldn't be here, I said. I don't care anymore, he said, his voice breaking. They can say what they want. I'm not leaving you. I looked at him, drenched, desperate, defiant. And I knew, even as my heart ached, that love like ours didn't survive the world. Ethan, you need to go. No, please. Before they destroy us both. Tears blurred my vision. I turned away before he could see them. He took a step closer. Then let them destroy me too. The thunder cracked above us, as if the sky itself had chosen sides. Chapter 5. The Fall. The next morning, the story hit social media. Teacher accused of inappropriate relationship with student. No names, no proof, but enough detail that everyone knew. I sat alone in my house as the world I'd built fell apart. Calls, messages, reporters. I turned off everything. Ethan showed up once more. Let me take you away, he said. Just us. We can start over somewhere else. His voice was shaking. His hands were cold. Ethan, we can't. Why not? Because this isn't a movie, I said. It's real. And in the real world, love like ours doesn't end with music. It ends with silence. He looked at me, speechless. Then slowly, he nodded. He stepped back, tears mixing with the rain. And without another word, he left. Chapter 6. The Silence. That remained. Weeks later, the town moved on. The whispers faded, replaced by new scandals, new faces. But I didn't. Every night I still see him, standing in the rain saying goodbye without wanting to. Every morning I hear echoes of what we were. Maybe one day the world will understand that not all forbidden things are evil. Some are just human, flawed, beautiful, tragic. And as I write this, one last letter I'll never send, I can only whisper to the empty room. Ethan, wherever you are. I'd do it all again. Camera fades to black. A single heartbeat echoes. Then silence.